drawn it, some stuff, sketched it in pencil for my thing, so I sort of know where I'm going. I reckon I'm going to do this sky twice, because I'm going to do it upside down, but I need a real thick paint on it. So I think to get that thicker paint on, because it's a really dark sky, I think to do that I'm going to really want to whack it in twice. So I think I need to preserve these mountains as well, really. I were in two minds to just do these mountains a dark colour and put some gouache on for my snowy peaks, rather than trying to use the white of the paper. Would have been miles easier. If you want to do that, do that. Right, so I'm going to build up some creamy layers in here now. In fact, I think, you know what, I think I'm just going to colour the whole thing in pretty much in creamy layers, pretty much. Now that's not dead dark, that's about like that. That's okay. Right, now then, down at the bottom there's a lot of blue. So I'll just wash that brush out, get some, it is a cerulean blue with the looks of it, going into a darker blue. So I'll put some light blue in, any light blue you've got in your palette. This is civilian blue, it's very similar to cerulean, only pronounced wrong. Civilian blue into there. I'm not too fussed about it dripping, really, to be honest. So that can go into there like that. Although, to be fair, rather it didn't. There like that, and I'll move it across where it's dripping. Right, let's get some darker blue now, and pop some darker blue little bits in there as well. In fact, I could quite cleverly pop some darker blue bits across the tops of some of these peaks. I'll help them stand out a bit. There we are. And then in the top, we definitely want some darker blues. There. In fact, we'll have some even darker blues in that top bit there. That's it. Right, I think, you know what, because the paint's all dripping up, I think I'll swap it and bring it back round that way now. Right, now I need some sort of purplish grey colours now, so I think I'll stick a bit of purple into that dark blue, stick a tiny bit of Payne's grey in and all, just to muck it all, and more blue, it's more bluey than that, more Payne's grey. Wets me pay, hopefully the paper's still wet enough, it looks like it is, so just in the bottoms of some of these, we can just lap in some of these little colours. It's a lot of it like that, just little bits. Actually not so much in top, it's more in these bottom bits. I might not need 2 coats on that, that's gone pretty dark. Might not, after saying that, I might not need 2 coats in that sky. Right, so, but if I do, it's not a problem, I'll come back in and plop them in. Right, so, let me sip of coffee. I'll just take that off, that's better. Right, sip of coffee. I suppose these mountains now, these mountains sort of, these mountains sort of swish into this, all the colours in here, so I think I might sort of do that into there, just sort of blend it in a bit into the, I can go over them, they're okay, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to dab out around there, so that's a creamy colour in there, swish down into here. Oh, like this, that's it. Something about like that. Right, now I need some darker mountainy colours now. So it does look pretty much black. I'm going to mix some dark blue and some burnt umber. That'll give me like a black colour. If you've got ultramarine blue and burnt umber, that'll take you to like a black. I think my dark blue is not actually an ultramarine because it's going a green colour, So I'll probably add a bit of Baines grey into mine. And there's a few different colours in there then. It's still got a green colour, so I need a bit more red in mine. A bit of extra red. There, take it. That's it, plenty of Baines grey. There we are, let's see what that looks like. So now then, probably, let's get a soft brush and soften down into this. So I want it to soften down in. Now then, there's some snow in these mountains on the tops, so I need to get that in as well. I need to get a snowy look, and then I need it softening in. So, bit of blending, bit of softening. Hopefully, I'll just get that snowy look. There we are. Then I think the snow is sort of coming down here, following my contours. Oh, that one looks nice. Yeah, oh, yes, like that. Boom, 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 boom. To water on my brush and blend it down. Blend it in. I like that. I think I'm going to give that one a little dab because I know I'm going to have that tree coming over that, and that tree is going to be a light colour. So I will dab that one. Right. This one, some snow down. Something like that. You have to be fast so your paint don't stain. Straight back in. Like that. We'll have to blend in your colours around. Well. And this one, actually better put in your watering foss like that one. So there's a bit to blend into. Right, straight into this one up here. Oh, that's nice. I like that one. It's gone very good. It's worked very well for me. Quick as I can. Straight in. Soften that. Following my contours, look. Following my contours all the times. And it blends out into a sort of that purplish colour there, sort of more of a creamish colour really. So have a look. Pop a bit more in there like that. Just pop a bit more in there like that. There we are. Sound as a pound. There. That's pretty good, doesn't it? There is some sort of more of a browny, creamy colour in there and all. Let's whack a bit of that in. That's in there. Probably be more in this side. Whack a bit of that in. A bit of creamy colour. The paint's a bit wet actually. That's better. There, into there. And this creamy colour comes right through this bottom bit here. So I'll blend that in into there. And that can come right down. The path there is a creamy colour. That's it. Just blend it up into that, into there, into that. Lovely. A jolly. And then maybe even some of these bits. Just do it a bit like that to blend the two together. Well. Soft. Oh yes. Oh, I quite like that. So I think I'll leave that at that. And then, like I say, I've got my nice creamy colour here. I'll just cut straight across there. That's pretty good at that. That's that. Right, this, get a smaller brush. There's like a little rocky bridge in here. I'll pop that in with some creamy colours and all. Little rocky bridge, but I'll leave some whites in that. It's always going to look good with a few white highlights in there, like that. That's my little bridge. Some little rocks and stuff in there. Right, so that's pretty good at that. There's some stuff in here. I wonder if I can get like a, start following my contours how I do. Well, there's a lot of spiky grass in here, so maybe I can get a bit of a spiky effect on there like that one. Something like that, just to help me. Oh, there's some blue water in there. Right, now that blue water, I know what I can do. Some blue water similar to that sky, so it's going to be a sort of darkish, bits of purple in there. Let's mix up a light darkish, bit slightly purplish, muckyish looking blue. It should do it. Something like that. Now, what I need to do, I'm following my contours again. I need to get that wet brush. I need to come in like that, look. Like that. In fact, it's much darker in this bit. There, let me get that like that. Let me get this big brush quick. I should have done this first. Get some more of that blue colour in there like that. That's it. Mould that all straight in. Into there. Boom, 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 boom. That's it. Some more darkish blue in there like that. In fact, in here, where this bridge is, some more of the black. It's very, very dark. Just because it's under there, look. So I'll pop that in under there, like that. That's under that bridge. There. It's darker than that. Much darker than that. Right under there, it's jet black. That's it. And then I'm just going to do that. That's it. There, that's nice. And then I'll have some black under there like that from the shadow. And I'll just drift out some bits like that into there. There, that should look nice. Try and grab some of them puddles with a bit of tissue. Don't need them puddles there. Get that out. There we are. Try and grab some of these and all, just with a bit of tissue. Do this with a brush and all. Dry it. If you get your brush, in fact, do it with a brush. Get your brush, it's more accurate. Wash it, dry it, and just soak up the thick bubbly bits. Or you'll be waiting forever for it to dry. But there we are. That's my grassy bits, what's coming across in front of the door. Right. Right, I could get a tiny thin brush now while that's on there and come in and just do some little rocks and things in here. Don't have to do every single bit. No need. So I'll just pop a few in just to show that there's some rocks and stuff in there. See it? So I've got them little white highlights, some little bits in there, just showing that that's some little rocks and stuff. That's enough. That's plenty. Right. Now then. What do I need now? I do need some trees popping in there. My sky, is my sky dark enough? It's quite dark, isn't it? But I could want to go darker, but I quite like that sky. I'm going to leave that sky. I'm quite happy with that. Right. So, what can I pop in next? Shall I just stick all this area in? I think so, yeah. So So yeah, see how I've done my contours there with them whites. Quite good. It might all just get covered up now, but right, let's have a look. Let's see if we can stick all this area in now then. So let's get a nice cream colour then. Looks like I've got a bit too much water on my brush there. So nice cream colour. And then I think what I'll do, so these come up here like this. So I think what I'll do to follow my contours, like I keep saying, I'll use my brush on its side like that. Can you see what I'm doing? Using my brush on its side like that. Look. I'll not do this bit yet because it's wait till that's dry before I fill that bit in. It looks like this is all sweeping over that way. That's it. Oh. Just following my contours, leaving plenty of them white bits in. Look. No. Now you might notice that's not painting every single blade of grass. No, it's not. It's not supposed to be. Right, let's get some Bontumber now. My Bontumber's got a load of green all over it, so I'll have to stick a bit of red on to cancel that green out. That's better. Chisel the edge of my brush and just come in again. There's a big dark patch about there. See, it's all dripping and stuff, but don't worry. That's more yellow over there. I want some yellow for that bit. So that's dripping a bit there. That in. Like that. I don't think I'll need to go any lower than that. Low light, as in low lights, I don't think. Right, same with this. I've dried that brush off. Try it off more. Chisel the edge. Just get some of these drippy bits. That's it. That needs all them. Right, let's get some yellow. Try not to get it green. Don't want no green in this yellow. Right, there's a lot of yellowish stuff in here. Oh, no. Quite a bit in here as well. So see all them colours are mixing in now. It's looking well nice. Oh, yellow in there. Right, there's some in here. I'll stick some of these in. These are further away. That's it. Some yellows in there. Some creams. Following my contours, it gets darker towards bottom. That'll do for now. Right, I think that's about as dark as that gets on this one. So now, let me have a look for me. Let's try this one. I want some little scrapes in here. Oh, that's nice. So, got my little palette knife this time. I've got a palette knife. Someone's given me these palette knives. Brilliant gift. Absolutely brilliant. These belong to a Bob Ross fan. And he passed away, so I got donated them. And they're wicked. Look at them grasses there. Right, let's get another one. Some bigger scrapes in. Oh, that's even, look at that. So you can, because I've got all different ones, I can do different scrapes. Look, that's damaging my paper, look, but it don't matter. It don't matter. As long as I get my scrapes. Probably ought to leave that because I'll be putting some darks in there and I can scrape into them darks. That bit there, I wonder if I can scrape into some of them bits that I've done there. Yeah, look at that. Wow, that looks brilliant. That looks more natural than what I've done. The combination of the two looks brilliant. I love that. Right, now I'll tell you what, is this dry? I might have a dry in a minute. So that's that. I need some darks, some dark browns to come into that there, like some dark brown grey colours. that's it, that comes down into here like that. So same again, because I'm following my contours, look, I'm coming into them grasses like that, because that's what that's like. So this is negative painting, coming into them grasses with my negative painting, look, in like that, in there, into there like that, and then I'll just dip in some cooler colour, just fade this off. I think there's like a little bit of path thing there, perhaps, is there? Or does it? There's sort of bits of all sorts there, something like that. Fade that out to the top of there. There we are. Wash my brush, soften it all out, and that gives me that nice dark area into there, like that. Bum, ba-dum, dum. It's coming over there. I need to soften that right out, because that's not, that seems to go really light over there, so something like that, that'll do. And then same again, palette knife, and I'll just do some extra bits like that, look. Yeah. That's my little, scrape some of them darks down that way. Do this both ways, look. That was mint, absolutely mint. Well, that's my little trick of the day. There. You can use edge of a credit card. I used to use like a bit of a credit card like that, use the edge of it. All sorts of things you can use. Well, I've got some posh palette knives. So don't get jealous. I can't help it if my stuff's better in, considerably better in yours. It's not my fault, is it? Just because I've got all the best stuff. Alright, just in here, I think I'm just going to pop a bit in there like that. There we are. Into there. Oh, that's nice. Right, that's that. It's a big fence to go in. My trees, right, so I've got a big dark tree to go. Well, I've got this dark paint on my brush. I think I'll stick my dark tree in. Right, some practice paper, just check. Oh, I think I'm going to have a bit more Baines grey in that, that's better. Oh, that looks nice, I think. Yeah, that looks good. Right, okay, so I've got a big tree here. These are all little twigs and that in my big tree. All the little twigs. So my branches now, I'm no good following what's on my picture, on my photograph. I've got to now follow, because I've not been dead accurate trying to follow my photograph for this. I've got to now follow this. So my branches lead to them bits. No good thinking, oh, the big branch goes over here. Mine's there. So, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Got to follow that. Right, I'm going to dry. So I dry the whole thing. For now. Right, rigor brush. Got to get this big tree in now. I've got literally, there's some green in this. I'm literally using brown Payne's grey. There's some green in it. It's literally mud out the bottom of my palette, but it will do. Right, so my tree starts about here. And it's got quite a thick bottom. It seems to come. Actually, I'm looking at my photograph again, and I've just told you to sort of go to where your things are rather than following the photograph. So why I'm following the photograph, I'm not quite sure. There we are. All these branches don't even have to connect up really if you don't want, you know. Just whack them in. Yeah! underlay, yeah, yeah. Little branches around there. They're all already. They're all over everywhere. Some stuff in there. There's some stuff coming over here, I think. Into there. Yes. So I think I'm just going to stick stuff everywhere. A little mental. My screen is not a little bit doolally. Yeah, well, right, yeah, let's just. I think we need plenty of thick bits in to take these, for all these things to come off of, you see, so I think we'll do a bit of that. There we are, and then just take everything everywhere. I think that's probably looking alright, isn't it? Let's get some more twiggy bits. Remember these little bits on the ends? They are all the twigs. Right, what way is my light coming in? In fact, actually, you know what? You can't see a shadow. All you can see is that negative paint in there, where there's twigs and sticks and things. So let's get my palette knife again. Stick a few extra in, just on that bit there. Look, there, some grasses like that. So if I get this now, sort of quite a few back there like that. A few in there. There's a lot of this stuff. A lot of that sort of stuff going on back there. Palette knife again and just cut through even some of them. There. That'll do. That'll do nicely. Right, now then. Tempted to go back in. Still got that on the brush. Yeah, I'm tempted to go back in and even thicken up some of this. Double it up, look. I'm presuming that's dried now. Yeah. So I can double it up and make it a little bit thicker. So that's a good little idea for you. If you're not sure, go a bit less, because it's dead easy to then go back over it like that, look. Dead easy. So if you go a bit less, you can just dab back over, look. Oh. There. That's all your little tiny twigs. Right, now, this next one is the same, but it seems to be really, really white twigs, like a whitey colour. So I think what I'll do, get that same colour, pass it in about there, like a creamy white colour. Get some of that cream colour in on it. I think so, like a creamy white colour. Really light, it's a strange colour. So I've got a bit of Chinese white, a bit of cream. I'm just mixing up a whitish cream colour. Nah, shall I have this one in front of that one or behind it? I think I'm going to go behind it. So, oh, that's perfect, absolutely perfect. It's gone in that thick paint, so it's covered the other stuff. The leaves come down quite far. Covered the other stuff. It's gone behind that, but I think you'll see some of that stuff through it. That could be behind it or in front of it. Actually, it could be either, because they're so thin. I think you see through them. So whatever it is, that's where it is. Right, now then, let's get one of these palette knives again, because a lot of these twigs and branches in here are cutting through here, and you can see them. So that's good. So scratch them in. There, that's nice. And then I'll get me, where's it gone? My rigger brush. And just dab that and come into that colour. Got more of a greyish colour now. I've had to go a bit darker, I think. And then just come in and just pop in all the bits leading up to it. Yeah, that's it. I should do that. And then I think, shall I go a bit darker still? Really don't know what's going to show up. Put some extra bits in there. Yeah, I've gone slightly darker just to show them extra bit. I could have gone in white. In fact, you know what? I might stick some white ones in and all onto that. So that's that. Same again. Let's get some of these little. There's loads of these little twiggy bits knocking about. So I'll stick some more of them in there. There's a lot of this stuff. Just bits all over the place. Stick some of that in. Yeah, let's wash my brush off. Let's get some Designer's White gouache. Thick colour. Thick paint. Let's see what this looks like. It might be too thick. See what this looks like. And just pop in a few bits like that as well. Oh, that looks good. It's cutting through all these bits. So I've got a combination there. I've got some cut out of bits where I've scraped out with my palette knife. Got some white gouache that'll fade right back in a bit, and then some Designer's White gouache as well. So that's a right mixture. And in fact, I tell you what, let's have a few little gouache twigs in here, and I think it'll look quite nice. Just a few little gouache twigs in places. Just where it suns it in odd little bits. That's nice. It'll fade right back. Right. Could even have just down in here a few little gouache bits round in some of these bits as well. Little highlights. There. Right. Let's have a look. And we definitely could have some in there. Anyway. What do we need now? We need some more creamy colours, I think. Let's have some creamy colours in there for that. Some yellowy creamy colours in there like that. On that bit. There we are. There. And some more. Blend a few more creamy colours in there. And I think down at the bottom of here, it's going to be very, very dark. Put these in with rigor. Time we're on 32. Oh, we're getting there. Taking a long time. There, that's my slight shadow of that stuff there. Because this water's moving a bit, you don't see that shadow as that well. So some bits in there look like that across the edge of there. Look. That's them rocks in there. Pull them bits up into bits of gracias. Put some extra low lights in there. I think what I might do in there now. Wash that brush. Let's get a little brush and just put some little blue, some light blues, and some low lights, some bits of stuff, just to represent what's going on in that sky with the shadows and stuff. So I've got that creamy colour out of that sky, a bit of purple, a bit of light blue, and it's all going to help reflect the same colours as what's in that sky, and it's going to blend in. Marvellous. There's some blacks in that sky, so let's get a bit of dark black and just bring that in there like that. That'll give me edge of there. Perfect. There we are. There. That's my little bridge. That's that. I've got my fence to stick in. Use my big thingy brush for my fence. My big height brush. Mix a bit of brown, bit of Bontumber mixed in with a bit of Payne's Grey, mixed in with a bit of my mixed a little bit of blue in there. It's just looking black actually. Let's whack a bit more Payne's grey in it. So that's that. Bit of the fence, a bit there, another bit there. It's a rickety, rackety old fence, this is. A bit there, a bit there. I think what I'll do on this bottom bit here, I'll whack it in like that. Then, get the old trusty palette knife and just whack through a few little bits going through the bottom there like that. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Same there, look, straight through bottom of there, straight through there. Wicked. Some bits putting straight through it where it's going in front of it. There we are. Genius. There. Cool. Right, let me sit back and have a look. I need some yellows in there. Let's get this little, just do this little brush that's close to me. So I'll get some yellowy colours in there. I'll leave some white gaps for my white bits. Let's get some creamy colours mixed in there as well. Some nice creams. Bomb, 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 bomb. Let's get some paint, some Bond Umber in there and all like that. There we are. And then I suppose I could get the old palette knife again and do a few scrapes. Is my paint too wet to do that? Maybe, I don't know. Well, that'll do. That's that. I could get some dark Bond Umbers. But a Bond Umber and black and come in and just do some little bits like that in there as well. Going to be some low lights in there, of course it is. Let's have a look. I'll sit back and have a nice look. So yeah, if I do some low light bits, pattern things in there, perhaps sitting right back and let me go across room and have a look. Oh, I need some white in my water. I think I just perhaps need a bit of texture across top of there, a bit of sort of bit of extra texture. Quite watery, a bit of extra texture just in some of these bits here, just to show what's going on there. Now, I've gone through there and I've gone through there, not to worry, because I'm going to go through like that with that. Same there, where I've gone through there, through like that, that's it. That does it. Right, now then, I need some gouache. Where's me? Here it is. Get a bit of designer's white gouache now for my water. There is some little waves and stuff in there, so pop a bit of that in. I think quite a thick amount on my brush. I should do it. So I want some in there. Oh, there's not enough water on it. Get some more water in. That's better. Too dry. It's not coming off my brush. It's too dry. Stick a bit more water in. There. That'll come off my brush now. Much better. Right, try this. That's better. Look at that. Lovely. That cuts that through there, and then there's some little bits about there, some roughier bits about there, because this is it is running water, this, so a bit more on my brush. There, a bit more there, look. A bit of that there. That just shows that this is running water. There. I think that'll do for that. I don't know if there's out I could do to tidy it up a bit, I'm not sure. But it's not looking bad. I suppose this fence could have some gouache on one side. There is a bit of a highlight on one side. So I could pop that in. Maybe there's a bit of a highlight across the top and all. Perhaps just on a couple of them. Little bits. There. So that's nice, isn't it? That's made that look a bit more real. My wall. I'll stick a few more little low lights in that wall, I think. just some brands and stuff, just a few. My brush wetting up, is it working? A few little low lights in there like that one. That's just me rocky bit. The bridges. That's it. Is this dark enough? That's okay. Do I need a little man in there? I think it look a bit weird with a man walking across. Let's get a couple of bods in. Let's have them. One there like that. Going right down like that. And one there like that. Peter and Paul out looking for worms. So glad I'm not a bod. I would hate to just eat worms all my life. That's all Peter and Paul's eats is worms as far as I know. Don't think he eats hotels. There we are. So that is that. Hope that has a bit of good luck with that one. I go at it, or if you don't have to go at it, just watching it. By watching it, you learn stuff. You learn stuff by watching. So I'll see you on the beach.